can't possibly release this. I was like, this is terrible. And so I thought, well, you know, what else could I do? So 2 days ago, January 25th, now you're probably seeing this video way later from now. I record my videos way in advance just in case things come up or I'm busy with something. I have backstock of videos so that I can maintain my video schedule. January 25th is a very important date for me because January 25th marks the 3-year mark of when I started this project. Now again, when I first set out to start this project, I never intended on doing anything like this. Roscoe's World really started from this photo right here. This photo was crudely drawn by me 3 years ago. This is the photo that started everything. At the time, I was working on NFTs back when I thought NFTs were going to be like the next big thing. I was coming up with different ideas for an NFT collection. Now, I like to be completely different than everybody else. I don't like doing the same thing that everyone else is doing because your designs and your ideas get lost in the shuffle if you're doing the same thing that everyone else is doing. I really try in everything that I do to try to be completely different than what everyone else is doing. I will say that I kind of caved in when it came to the NFT collection. I just felt like everyone else was doing these characters. Do you remember the Bored Ape characters, you know, the NFTs with the apes, and they were wearing different outfits, and I really felt like I needed a character. Now, Roscoe's World is based off of my dog Roscoe, if you can't tell. I figured, why not create an NFT collection based off my dog? Now, Roscoe died a year before. Quick backstory on him. He had a cyst in his stomach. The cyst grew too big in his stomach for him to live a pain-free life, and I really just had no choice but to euthanize him. And that happened a year before I started Roscoe's World. Where Roscoe died February 25th, 2001? A year later, on January 25th, 2022, I started Roscoe's World. It all started with this photo right here. So I thought, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and create an NFT collection based around my dog Roscoe. But I thought, well, what can I do that's different than like Bored Ape or any of the other character NFT collections that I was finding? So I thought, all right, well, these characters don't have a background. You know, it's just the character and they're in funky little outfits. I thought, well, all right, let me see what I can do. Let's see if I can create some kind of a background. Well, what kind of background would I want to do? Why not just mess around with some like places, right? What I call POIs, or places of interest. Create a whole NFT collection around Roscoe visiting different places around the world. Well, let's just try one. So I worked on with Egypt. Now, obviously, my drawing skills are not amazing. I just started designing and getting okay at what I was doing. My skills have drastically improved since then. This was my first attempt at really drawing on a computer. After I was done with it, I was like, man, I can't possibly release this. I was like, this is terrible. And so I thought, well, you know, what else could I do? Well, I decided to turn it into black and white just to see maybe that would be an interesting way of doing it. Black and white versions of Roscoe visiting different places around the world. Please make sure you're hitting that follow button because this is going to be an ongoing series. Let's work together. Let's get this done. Let's build a community around this and let's help each other out. I'll see you in the next one.